All right, hello everyone. Welcome to day 2 of Civo Navigate. Did everyone catch the keynote? It's really good, right? Yeah, Kelsey's great. So we're going to talk about platform engineering, and why not? Everyone's talking about it, so I thought I might jump on the train. My name is Kunal Kushwaha. I work as a developer relations manager at Civo. Been here over 3 years now. You may have also seen me running around with the camera, so yeah. That's me. I'm a CNCF ambassador. I do a lot of community stuff. Been very active in the cloud native communities. But yeah, moving on. Today we're talking about platform engineering. I won't spend too much time on what platform engineering is. Show of hands for folks who know what platform engineering is. Very good. That makes sense. We're going to talk about industry metrics and best practices. Why we are actually talking about platform engineering, why now, why not before, and we have an interactive exercise, designing your own metrics, which will highlight a lot of points that we cover in the session. So for that, you just need to scan a QR code that I'll share with you later on. It's anonymous, you don't have to sign in. Would love if you can participate. And we'll end up with some actionable takeaways. So, platform engineering, if I'm explaining platform engineering to a 5-year-old, it's like building a big playground for developers. So imagine you have all your favorite toys and swings and slides, but instead of setting them up yourself, someone has already built everything perfectly. Another good example is Lego. You open a Lego box, and it's complicated, but they have clear instructions, and every section is different, and you can just start building. So that's what developers want. They just want to start building. They don't want to worry about infrastructure, YAML files, Kubernetes. They're just like, I need Redis, and I need it now. So, and they don't want to look for permission, wait for permission to get that. They should just be able to plug and play. So that was simple definition for a simple, like if you want to explain it to a 5-year-old. In short, platform engineering creates a streamlined environment where developers can focus on coding while the platform handles the rest of the part, your infrastructure, your service meshes, your networking, your all that jargon. Here's another cool definition. I won't read that out loud. But by the way, all the talks are being recorded apart from the workshops, so you will find everything on the Civo YouTube channel. This is my favorite definition. It's a credit to Leslie Code for this. Platform engineering is really about bringing people and technology together in a way that works smoothly. The idea is to make sure that we're thinking about both the technical and the human side. So it's not just about building tools, it's about creating a space where developers feel supported and can collaborate easily. This is where the community-driven support system comes in, the one you see highlighted in green, where everyone helps each other out. And by using a standardized platform, developers don't have to worry about different tools or setups. Everything just works together, making their jobs easier and more efficient. So socio-technical principles, community-driven support system with a standardized shared platform architecture is my favorite definition of platform engineering. Cool. Moving on. How many of you, if you can show a raise of hands, have heard DevOps is dead? How many of you believe DevOps is dead? Okay, always something new to learn. Yeah, I don't know if DevOps is dead. I think many people look at platform engineering as as the next step towards DevOps, and I'll explain it in just a bit. So when we talk about DevOps versus platform engineering, it's more around, I think, foundation versus process. So platform engineering is about creating that solid foundation, like servers and tools and services for developers to use. DevOps, in contrast, is more about the process, so how the development and operation teams work together. So you can say that platform engineering provides that foundational structure and tools that is necessary for implementing DevOps practices. So that's how I differentiate DevOps and platform engineering. Platform engineering also often emphasizes on building platforms that are scalable and standardized. So for example, you won't be reaching out to your platform teams if you just want to do there's a one-off task that you want to do. You're not going to reach out to your platform team. Your platform team is there to build platforms that are for the longer term. And this is why you'll also see I'll talk more about this later, pushback from other departments where your platform is not meeting all of their demands. It's like 85%. So you have to, make the most out of it. I'll talk more about it in the end section of this slide when implementing it in your organization. And yeah, as I mentioned, some see platform engineering as an evolutionary step from DevOps. As the tech landscape becomes more complex, the role of platform engineering grows in creating more comprehensive platforms that can support a wide range of development needs. If you caught the keynote of Kelsey, he mentioned about abstraction, mentioned about Kubernetes abstracting like containers. He said that it's not really about the future, but like what we were doing in the past, and then they just merged everything and they called it Kubernetes. So I think if you look at decade, like cloud did it for virtual machines and Kubernetes did it for containers, and I think now platform is doing for applications and services. In the end, I'd love to discuss more about like what the future looks like. Cool. When we talk about the target audience, DevOps practices generally adopted by both the dev and ops teams. Platform engineering primarily targets developers, providing them with a platform that simplifies and streamlines their workflow. So that's the overall theme. But why are we talking about this? Why do we? I don't know what's wrong with my. I hate sparkling water. I live in London now, so it's very popular. There's sparkling water everywhere. I'm getting used to it. But anyway, why are we talking about this? Why platform engineering? Why now? Civo, we did a survey last year. Yeah, I will share the resources in the end. So around 50% of the folks in the survey responded that adopting platform engineering has improved standardization across their organization. A faster product delivery was seen by around 40% of the folks who said that they have adopted platform engineering. And like a third of the respondents of the organization said that they are currently evaluating the adoption of platform engineering practices. Along with this, 65% of the respondents in our survey strongly agreed that the platform engineering is the next evolution for DevOps. It's not just us. Jean, who is the former CTO of Shopify and the VP of engineering at Atlassian, he advocated for allocating 50% of your R&D resources to platform work, arguing that it will provide long-term business impact. And he said it was not just for smaller companies. Even if you're like a 1,000-employee company, he suggests it's the same thing. And when asked like why 50%, he said that it drives conversation because it's absurd, So he's like, if you quote something that like 50% just do allocation for platform engineering, people will start having conversations. And that's actually something like in the leadership, it's really hard to convince. In our survey, we also saw that resistance to change was the #1 bottleneck for people and organizations to adopt platform engineering. Yeah. He also said that the platform is more than the infrastructure that you run your stuff on. It goes beyond the infrastructure. It includes everything that speeds up the developer workflow, like developer environments, testing, core technical decisions such as UI frameworks, server setups, database structures. Crucially, it also involves the domain model, how your code is structured, how your business logic is represented. So these foundational choices can greatly influence the long-term productivity for your team, affecting both the scalability and efficiency of your platform. So it's not just about the infrastructure, it's much more than that. When we talk about the traditional metrics, I won't go through these quite a lot, but there's uptime, which is the percentage of time that your system is operational and accessible. Mean time to recovery, something goes bad, what's the mean time to recovery? SLA compliance agreements, you as a cloud provider, as a company, you say that this is what we are expecting, like 99.999 or 995 or 99 something, that we are guaranteeing this performance, availability, and response times or whatnot. These are very traditional metrics. Let's take a look at how the companies do this, other companies. Netflix is a good example. They track developer productivity through metrics like deployment frequency and lead time to production. So their goal is to measure how quickly developers can push code to production using their internal platforms, ensuring that developer velocity remains high. Another good example is Spotify. You may know, if we talk about platform engineering, who has heard of Backstage by Spotify? Yeah. We have some sponsors as well who do internal dev platforms. I think there's Humanitech. You can talk to them as well if you want to learn more. But yeah, Spotify, they focus on platform adoption rates and tool usage metrics. And so you can see they ensure that their internal tools and platforms are widely adopted across teams, indicating that they're meeting the needs of the developers and improving workflow efficiency. Civo, we focus, like developer experience is a top priority for us, with the focus on how quickly and easily developers can deploy and manage Kubernetes clusters. Under 90 seconds, if you take a look at the dashboard, or if you're using the CLI. Who here has used Civo? You're at Civo, what? Come on.
Opportunity.
Check it out. You're at Civo Navigate. Yeah. But you get $250 free credits to try it out. I don't think you're going to exhaust that. We're very, very, very transparent and significantly cheaper if you're just testing stuff out. But yeah. Developer experience, top priority for us, as you'll see when you get started. Platform adoption, which indicates the user base growth and the effectiveness of our tools. Like we have an open source marketplace. Very simple, you just pick and it installs the application. Yeah, cool. And scalability and efficiency, which measures how well the platform handles increasing workloads while maintaining high performance and cost effectiveness, obviously as a cloud provider. Google, they use a combination of operational metrics and developer satisfaction surveys. This blend of data, which is the uptime, resource utilization, other things like that, and qualitative feedback like developer sentiment ensures that their platform not only performs well, but is also developer friendly and enjoyable to use. So, you know, different companies have different like priorities, and we'll see that now. So if you can scan this QR code. Actually, oh, yeah, if you can scan that. You don't have to sign up or anything. It's very straightforward. All right, let's get started. Is this, wait, what? Oh, that's Q&A. Yeah, you can send questions as well, but just raise your hands if you have questions. Don't use this for questions. So you're starting a restaurant. What metrics would you measure for success? If you forgot to scan, you can just scan the QR code is still there. Delivery time. It's a good one. For me, it would be, yeah, dishes sold. For me as well. Waiting for customer, time to meal, customer satisfaction, quality, tip value, number of customers. So if the font is big, it means a lot of people are saying that. Number of customers, it's a good one. Revenue. I think for me, it would be good reviews, because like I heavily rely on reviews when looking at Google Maps, and if it's like under 4 stars, like if I see a 3 out of 5, I will not go unless I'm hammered. And we went to this Indian place last night. It was okay. Solid 6. It's called Chutney-Fi, so don't go. Oh, the best one is actually India Club. It's like but 30 minutes away. It's so good. Really, they even said namaste when I walked in. Okay, lot of different answers. Cool. Fame and revenue, Yelp reviews. Yeah. All right, next one. This is a bit more technical. You're managing an internal CI/CD pipeline. What metrics would you use to measure success in terms of speed, reliability, and dev productivity? This is where I really want you to go to town. Just runtime, failure rate, failure count, execution, failed runs. Okay, number of runs, CPU. 13 people are still developers. Happiness. How do you measure happiness? Now that's a topic.
Reviews.
Yeah. Retry count, pass-fail rate, time to market, dollar spent, delay time, cycle time, length of run, compliance, cold start time, issues opened, time to market. I see a lot of run times, but I see a lot of different things as well. 6 more people typing. I'll just give you a few more seconds. Length of run, cost, number of retries, CPUs. Okay, cool. That's done. Good mix. Configurational complexity, that's nice. Pipeline success rate. So I'm seeing costs, runtime, yeah, execution time. Mainly I'm seeing runtime, failure rate, and costs. But times bugs passed to prod, number of jobs running, number of repeated steps, coverage. All right, that's good. This is nice. Last one, we have one more left. Reusability. Okay, moving on. Consider a centralized logging and monitoring system. For this, what metrics would show its impact on improving incident response times? Last poll was really nice, so let's do the same with this one. Okay. This is Slido, by the way. We only have 3 questions because that's what they allow on a free trial. Error rate, MTTA, precision, issue resolution rate, adoption percentage, cost, time spent analyzing logs, noise, search efficiency. Okay, interesting. 4 more people typing. Error rate. This is actually good, like user research. We are doing live right now. You can take a picture. Alarms, cost of cardinality, time to react, data accuracy, false positive percentage. It's a good one. Alert flappiness, costs, data accuracy. Again, this exercise is just a small segment. Your platform will be based on like all of these things together. So small things together will create a big impact, which we'll see in just a minute. All right, that's log levels, data accuracy, cool. Took the picture. Should I move? Yeah, okay. So that's looking good. A lot of different stuff. I wanted to do one more, but yeah. Anyway. So what did we learn? So yeah. So this exercise basically shows that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. As we saw with like Netflix, Google, Spotify, Civo, the report that we did, it's there's no one-size-fits-all approach. The right metrics basically depends on your platform's goals and the need for your organization, both technical and business requirements. And I believe that by focusing on the right metrics, we can better understand our impact and continuously improve. But I want to talk about, so that was the whole goal of the poll, that there are a bunch of different answers for the similar questions specific to metrics. That's what I wanted to share. But the next part, which is the last section of this presentation, is how do you convince the leadership, to adopt platform engineering or add significant resources, like John says, 50% of R&D. Get leadership buy-in, so show how the platform supports the customer's needs. Address internal pushback, so for example, you will get some pushback from the internal teams when you build platforms for them, meaning you're not, like, this is the feature that we want, this is what we don't have. The platform is not designed for like one specific need. It's like in the longer term, it's not like plug and play, like you just use it, then you throw. It doesn't work that way. There's a long-term benefit, kind of like investing. So you're investing in your developers. Oh, that was nice. Yeah. Cool. Focus on the team's needs, so engage with product teams early to align platform development with their specific requirement. Again, it may not fit like all the requirements, but you have to negotiate and compromise, which is the next point. So prioritize high impact requests and be transparent about what is achievable. Don't promise something you can't deliver. And something that works really well in most use cases is use data. Like, this is how much you'll save. This is what the report says. This is how the other companies are doing it. We at Civo, we do surveys and we do reports. We did a report on cost of cloud, which you can find at the booth. We did a machine learning state of play for 2024. We did a bunch of content on platform engineering. You can find all of that on civo.com. So some good content over there. And yeah, much like Rome, platform engineering can't be embraced in a day. So start with creating a detailed roadmap for your transition. So phases like pilot projects, a broader implementation, and continual refinement. Avoid attempting to change everything at once. Instead, implement changes gradually and learn from every step. Our survey, as I mentioned, found that resistance to change was a significant challenge in implementing DevOps practices. And I think a similar challenge can be expected here. Also want to mention, did you catch Mark's keynote yesterday? He mentioned start with why, this talk by Simon. Yeah, I think that's really good. But for leadership, you should also focus on how. Oftentimes you'll just hear people say like, okay, we want to go tackle these things. This is what we need. These are our objectives. I don't care how you build it, just do it. And that's a real thing. Like, has anyone ever faced that? Like, you just say like, we need this, build it. I don't care how it gets done, just get it built. And that's why resistance to change, that's like the number one bottleneck when it comes to adopting platform engineering, because it's hard to convince the upper level people. So instead focus on like how we are going to implement these things, come up with a plan instead of just, because then the loop keeps going on and it's just like months go by and you're doing a lot of things at once and you're just not building anything concrete for the longer term. So I think in terms of what's next, I think assess your current state, identify the right metrics. So define what success means for your platform engineering efforts. This includes talking to the customers, talking to your developers, doing surveys, aligning with the business goals, fostering a platform mindset, and reviewing regularly. Because platform engineering is an ongoing process, continuously gathering feedback from your developers, monitoring the performance usage, iterating on your design. So just be prepared to adapt as new technologies emerge and your organization's needs evolve. So lastly, it's more about, it's more than just keeping the systems running. It's about creating value, empowering developers, and driving the organization forward. So what did we learn? It's not just about infrastructure, not just about tools, it's a whole mindset. By focusing on the right metrics, we can better understand our impact and continuously improve. So that was the actionable takeaways and some case studies I shared. Everything will be on Civo YouTube. All the links will be in the description. You can check it out, slides and everything. That should be it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was it. Cool. Oh, how many people have a platform engineering team at your organization? Halfway. What does that mean?
We are building a platform engineering tool.
Oh, cool.
So it's like, yeah, But we don't call it platform engineering, so that's why I asked.
Okay, it's another new thing. Cool. But it's all the same fundamentals. Like last Civo Navigate, we asked Kelsey, how do you escape the hype cycle? And he said, focus on the fundamentals. Like whenever something new comes, you just focus on fundamentals. Like serverless, you just look at fundamentals. Like, okay, it's not really anything like groundbreaking, or AI tools and all these other things. Just if you look at the fundamentals, you'll see that, yeah, it's how you escape the hype cycle. But Matteo, share with me.
Yeah.
Would love to see. Yeah. It's nice, like you'll see so many companies even at KubeCon making developers' life easier, abstracting away that complexity. I think in the future, teams will be smaller, and there is going to be more, I think, automation, abstraction. Less is more. I could be wrong, but yeah. Less is more for the future. More abstraction. Any questions? More questions? Any questions? And thoughts, comments? None? Okay, I'll be running around. So if you want to chat, let me know.
Comment?
Huh?
Can I give a comment?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like after watching your talk, I'm a little bit confused. I think you gave lots of different opinions.
Yeah.
Basically. And I think I agree with the one definition that you said was your favorite.
Yeah, that was really good.
Right?
Yeah.
That one was good, but I think some of the others were shit, to be honest. I felt that maybe the discussion about platform engineering is a little bit like it's driven by a buzzword. And can you say, like, again, what is your why? Why do we need, like, as you said, the fundamentals of
Yeah.
why do we need
For me, it's about giving developers the tools that they need. They should not worry about all the, like the infrastructure. If they want to use a module, if they want to use a tool, they should not ask for permission from the other team. That's my ideal scenario. I think there's actually, that's a good point. I think because the demands are different for various organizations, that is what creates a different meaning for these buzzwords. A good example is DevOps. Dell did a documentary. There's this guy, Tim Banks. They did a documentary on DevOps. And in the end, he said that what we realized is there's no one knows what DevOps is. Everyone gave a different definition. It's the same thing with DevRel. Like, I think DevRel is what your company wants you to do. I don't have a definition. Yeah.
When your developers are not happy, then it's probably
Yeah, if your developers are not happy, then
it's not a good approach.
it's not a good approach. But I would say that for me, if you ask what's the why, make developers happy, give them the tools that they need, and reduce that time that they need. It should be ideal. I want Redis. I should just be able to plug and play Redis and other things. And that's, I think, what it's all about. Yeah. Cool. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.